hello there. Welcome back to Crafters TV. Welcome back to a brand new week as well. What an exciting weekend it was, of course, here with Derek and Debbie and Craig, our first live weekend, which was absolutely fantastic. So I know you guys absolutely loved it. We've got a fantastic masterclass coming up for you today. It's all going to be around boxes. We've got some great deals on the show. We've got some festive ideas for you. We've got some everyday ideas as well. Make sure you join the conversation this morning. I am over on the Crafters TV Facebook page. So if you want to come and chat along with me, then you'll need to join me over there. You won't just be joining me, of course, though. Oh, no. I am joined by Crafty's friend today in the studio, and I feel like they've been keeping us apart. Debbie, we're finally reunited. How are you? How have you been?
Hello. Do you know, Joe, I'm absolutely super excited, not only to be doing masterclass this morning and being in your living rooms this morning and showing you all these wonderful samples and some great demos, but I'm more excited, Joe, because I get to work with you today. So I'm really super excited. It feels like an age since we last worked
do you
together.
want to whet our crafty appetite, Debbie, and let us know what's some of the stuff that's coming up today?
Well, it's all about the pop-up boxes, Joe, and whether we're talking pop-up boxes, whether they be small, medium, large, whether we're talking Christmas, whether we're talking celebrations, because we've got some fantastic deals on the show. But Joe, you're going to explain all these later. I'm just going to show you some of the amazing samples that our lovely design team have made using these. Now, if you've noticed straight away, Joe, Christmas. We've got some Christmas pop-up. It's all about Christmas, but not just Christmas. There are lots of other things I'm going to show you. You can make beautiful small wow factor boxes very simply, very easily, and then you've got this beautiful stamp and die collection that you can incorporate into other things as well. And talking of big, let's go bigger. So we're going bigger. Oh, I love poinsettias, Joe. Absolutely love a poinsettia. Whoops, I've got a book fall behind my foot. I'm just going to...
What you got
a few things already it's started. Let's just say it's already started. I've got things falling beneath my feet here. But let's just look at this one, Joe. If this doesn't depict Christmas, I don't know what does. Look how fabulous that is. It is absolutely beautiful. I can see some sparkle on here as well. I love this gingerbread man. He really is super cute. And again, it's that real wow factor that you get. But can I show you the other collection that we've got on, Joe? We haven't had them on for a while, but we've got them on today. So these are our, I want to call them celebrationary, different kind of collections. So we've got a lovely birthday one where you can personalise birthday ages. I love this one. I just think it's absolutely fabulous. But each one of these, just look, absolutely, they have that wow factor. They lay flat. Absolutely super stone flat, and then when you pop them up, you've got that 3D element straight away with ease, and they look absolutely gorgeous. The vintage tea party, one of my favourites. It's absolutely gorgeous. We've got the lovely, look how cute these are. All about the fairies. Debbie. Isn't it beautiful, that, Joe? But can you see we've been creating small ones? We've got some medium-sized ones. We've got some big ones, and I've got you a real big one to show you in a moment what our lovely Debbie Fisher's lent me. But look how gorgeous this is. Let's just take this in. I'm going to bring it back in. It's the Christmas one. But I just want to show you. This is how big you can go, Joe. This is just how big
will go home,
you
Debbie.
can go. Exactly. And why not? When you've got... I mean, look, you can't even get it on screen. Let's bend him down. Woohoo! But look at this, Joe. What's inside?
What?
Isn't that fabulous?
So it's a functioning box as well.
Inside as well, with some gingerbread men. Don't know how long they're going to last there, let's just say that. But this is a collection that you can use, not only for pop-up boxes, it's a collection that you're going to be able to use in your everyday crafting, day in, day out, month in, month out, year in, year out. Never going to go out of fashion. It's absolutely fabulous, and I can't wait to show you more.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a fantastic show. And also, a lot of you will have maybe got these already. You'll have these at home. I'd love to see some of the things that you've been making with them. If you want to email us, you can do so. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Get all your pictures in to us. We would absolutely love to see them. Loads of you saying hello already this morning. I see Leona's here, Terry, Hannah, Carol's in, Debbie, Michelle, Astrid as well. Lots of you saying hello. Lots of you looking forward to another crafty week here on Crafters TV as well. Right, I'm going to run you through the everyday collection that you've got here first, which is fantastic. So £86, $115. Of course, everyone can use their Club Inspired discount on top of that as well if they want to. Now, the great thing is in here is you've got lots of different stamp and dies in here for you, which is fantastic. So you've got firstly this one here, Ocean Paradise. So what we're looking at is we're looking at the stamps and the dies, which are going to allow you to create these beautiful boxes. I'm going to share with you the die that actually does the work and creates the boxes in just a minute. So that's your first one. The next one you've got in this collection, which is beautiful, is Once Upon a Time. Very, very whimsical. All about your fairy tales there. It's got sort of elements of maybe Rapunzel in there too. The next one here is Vintage Tea Party, which is gorgeous. Now, the great thing about these is that, of course, you're going to, once you've mastered the actual box itself, by changing up the stamps and dies that you decorate, you create something that looks and feels very, very different. Do you believe in fairies? I believe in fairies. Now, that's what we've got just here. So in here, you've got your toadstools in there. You've got your little fairy house in there as well. It really is absolutely beautiful. Then you've got as well, remember, if you're going for the multi-buy, you're getting all, if you're going for the collection, sorry, you're getting all of these included. You've then got this one, which is Back to Nature as well. That one's coming included in there. You've also going to be receiving Floral Boutique, which is this one. I love that one. Kind of very, very versatile, that one. You're going to be able to gift that very, very easily. And then you've got Happy Birthday as well, which is this one here. So the Happy Birthday one, you've got there all of your numbers in there. It's going to be great for allowing you to make projects to celebrate those milestone birthdays, which is fantastic. Now that, of course, is not all that you get in here, because you are also going to get the paper pad as well. Now let me take you through this. Now the paper pad, it's been developed to work with our pop-up boxes, but I think you could use this. It's available individually. Nothing to stop you getting it individually. I think it's just a beautiful it's a beautiful paper pad. If you wanted to get it though, you are getting it, of course, in this collection. It does work beautifully with our pop-up box themes. It's £9.99 if you want to get it on its own individually. I know a lot of you will be adding a second one of those. So definitely grab those. Now, remember, if you want to make the pop-up box element, you're going to need the pop-up box die as well, which goes along with this collection. So this is that pop-up box die you've got there. And this is the worker die. This is the bit that does all of the hard work for you. So it's going to cut out and do all of those different elements for you. So it's going to do all of your tags, allow you to cut your mats and layers for the panels, but most importantly, create the box itself and get something that's really, really sturdy. £24.99 or £39.95 if you want to get the die that enables you to do the foundation, if you will. What's so great about these two, I think, is that what they're going to do is they're going to inspire you to maybe delve into your stash and rediscover elements of your stash that you haven't used for a while. Right, on the Christmas ones. Now, the Christmas ones were launched very recently. I want to take you through these. They are available on a multi-buy. So they are available for you. Two of these for £26 or $35. It's worth noting as well, you can mix and match them with the everyday ones. So if you wanted to go for one of these and one of the everyday ones, you can absolutely do that. In here, you've got this one, which is the gorgeous poinsettias, which is the Poinsettia Delight. You've also got this one just here, which is Away in a Manger. Very, very iconic scene. If you're into that true traditional Christmas nativity, then that's going to be great. You've got the gingerbread house in here as well, which is fantastic. Some of those samples that were created using that were absolutely beautiful. You've also got Santa and Rudolph available there as well. So you can see that one's going to be great for depicting that wonderful Santa and his sleigh imagery. You've then got as well Christmas Cottage, which is the one with the lovely cottage, and it's also got in there the deer on the front. You can see all of the snowflakes. These are all the elements you're going to be able to cut out. You're going to love getting your markers involved with these as well. Now, there's another one as well I want to share with you, which you might not have seen. When we brought this to you as a collection, we didn't include this chap, so it's the Little Snowman, and so he is available now today individually, which is fantastic. So make sure you grab those. If you want to mix and match them with the original ones, absolutely you can. There is a paper pad as well available for you. It is a 12 by 12 paper pad. It is absolutely blooming gorgeous. Let me just show you what you're getting here. So it is your Christmas themed pop-up box paper pad. It's there on the screen for you, £12.99 or £19.99. Again, I don't think you need to use this exclusively with your paper pads. This is going to find a place in lots of your Christmas crafting, which is fantastic. What I would say is definitely get yourself across to the website, craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. There you can watch and shop at the same time. And also you can see all of the deals that are on the show. Some of them we might not even get to show you live. So should we give you a little bit of roundup of some of the other great stuff that's over on the website for this show? Here are those fancy fonts. These are very, very busy whenever we bring these to you. They are available on their own as a collection, sorry, I should say. You can also get them 3 for £15 or $20 if you want the best value. Get the lot, 12 of them, £50, $60 if you want to go for those. Now, tri-blends, always so popular whenever we bring these to you, and they work so perfectly with your exploding boxes, pop-up boxes. You've got their 6-piece sets, so it's a very affordable way to discover these. Really busy for these already because they're not grouped together in their colour families. They're kind of grouped together by projects, if that makes sense. So you need to choose whether you want to go for floral blends, portrait blends, vintage blends, woodland shades, natural blends, exotic blends, coastal blends, or jewel shades, all available there with a 10% saving. We've also got a great glue bundle on the show for you as well, £6.50 or $12 if you want to go for this. You've got the all-purpose glue there with the tacky glue. They're kind of our two go-to glues, which we've got you taken care of there as well. Very busy on those. I know a lot of you will be multi-ordering on those as well. We're going to have a very busy show. It's a very exciting week actually here on Crafts TV. I'll be with you Monday through Friday this week, and Derek will be back again at the weekend. Oh, I might be back Sunday evening with something super exciting as well. We'll tell you more about all that stuff as we go through the week. There's loads of you still saying hello. I see Maxine saying hi, saying good morning. Lots of you saying that you are so glad to see Debbie back in the studio. I'm glad to see Debbie back in the studio as well. Astrid saying another amazing blouse as well. Oh. Debbie, you're becoming quite famous for these amazing blouses. We haven't seen each other for absolutely ages, have we?
Nope.
So you've been keeping well. I know you were up here at the weekend. You've been down at Create and Craft as well.
I have, yeah. Been busy down at Create and Craft, busy down at Peterborough. Yeah, and I came up this weekend, but you weren't here, Joe. So I had a lovely weekend with Derek. Started, because it started last week, didn't he? We were here on Monday, and I had Monday and Tuesday with him, and then I had Saturday with him as well.
You've left me for another man, Debbie.
I know.
It's finally to be back reunited together. And ironically, I was down in Peterborough and Debbie was up here.
Typical.
Typical, isn't it? Right, what do you want to show us next? Because, I mean, where do you even start with all of these, Debbie? There's so many beautiful characters to go at, isn't there?
There is. And honestly, Joe, I'm scratching my head because I have got lots planned, but it's just showing you which ones. I don't want to show you what are always my favourites because we always have them. However, I don't think there's anything that I can actually say is my favourite in this collection. All of them are fabulous. What I love about these boxes, and I'm just going to say it straight away, Joe, is the fact that it's got that wow factor. It's got that real pop out element where things are 3D. It's no flat card. It's a 3D card. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you. I'm going to start, though, if I may. I know people think we're daft. And I know I've had this conversation loads of times. You do Christmas in what? I mean, like, because we're still in July, but it is Christmas. So I'm going to start with the Christmas collection, and we're going to start with Santa and Rudolph, because I just think this one, for me, is all about Christmas. It's cute. It's got Santa Claus in. It's got Rudolph in. And then it's got this fabulous box as well. Now, I'm going to start with, though, first of all, if I may, the actual work element. So some of you will be aware of this. Some of you will have already got them. Do you know what I'd love to know is that how you find them, because I can talk about this till the cows come home because I adore this collection. But it'd be nice to see what you think as well. And for those of you who've never seen it before, this could not be any simpler to use. It is so easy to use. Now, the actual work elements, I'm going to pop it on here so that you can actually see. You get what we call a tab. This is the main worker element of the die. And to get your box, you need to cut this out twice. And that's exactly what I'm going to do in a moment.
Will this go through the smaller Gemini? Do we need the big one for this?
It will go through your Gemini Junior.
Wonderful.
And it will go through your larger one as well. And just to show you that, you can see that it actually fits onto half of that plate. So, yep, this will go through your Gemini Junior and your large Gemini as well. And on here, it has a worker element which starts from this end, and the cutting edge comes all the way around here and stops. We don't have a cutting line on the bottom, which means this is where you can create something small or medium or large or larger. You can go really big, as you've just seen with this fabulous sample, and I've got some at the side of me as well. I mean, look how tall this one is. It's huge. But this is what you can do, and this die enables you to do that. And I love that fact that we've not put that cutting line on there, just so it's up to you what size you want to go. But I can guarantee anybody that you send one of these cards to are going to go, wow, that's amazing. Have you made that? How have you made that? And you just say, it's the magic. It's this. This is what does it. This is the tab die, so that cuts out the tabs that go in between. Now on here, I'm just going to go in a little bit close just here so you can see, there are 3 lines here. These are score lines. So I don't want anybody thinking that that should cut out. It doesn't. It's a score line here. And the same with this one and this one as well, which is the score lines. This cuts out to be able to create your flap or tab or whatever you want to call it. And then these are the worker ones that fit inside there as well. But I'm going to show you just how easy. What I am going to just say,
there'll be a lot of people, Debbie, coming in for this that are just going for the box die on its own and will have loads of stamps and dies that they already want to use, or vice versa. You know, already got the beautiful box die but now stocking up, because this is definitely a collection I think is going to enable you to a stash rediscover, as I like to call it. Don't you think?
that word, Joe. I like that word. A stash rediscoverer. Did I say that right?
You did.
Fabulous. It is. It certainly is. And the thing is, you've got all these stamps. These stamps and dies come as a separate set that you can use in card baking. But you think about all the other things that you have in your stash, what you can actually apply to this box as well. So for me, it's an absolute must-have. And we've given you some extra little bits on here. So you've got a couple of tags, and you can see you've got the little cutout there. And you've also got the dies that create the panels that fit inside the box. I mean, what more can you ask for, Joe? I think it's absolutely fabulous. But first things first, let's start with how you put this box together. So I've taken some white stamping card and I'm just going to pop that on there. Now I've actually measured 2 pieces that are exactly the same. So it's the A4 size, but I've actually just cut it to a depth. However, I'm going to start with, I think I might start with a smaller box. No. Yeah. Do you know, I'm like this at home, Joe. I have a plan in my head. Shall I stick with it? I get in craft room. No, it all goes. And I know I'm not the only person that would do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stamping card and I'm going to place that on. And I'm going to place this at the top. Because these two are the same size, I know that when I place that to the top of the cardstock, I'm going to have 2 boxes, panels that are exactly the same, if that makes sense,
It does make sense.
Fabulous. And look at me, I'm being so tight, I've actually fit it perfectly onto the cardstock. So I'm just going to place that there for a second, just make sure, and I'm going to take that down because I don't want it moving. Powerful Gemini, we know how fast this can move things if you're not careful. So I'm just going to take that down both sides and I'm going to run that through my Gemini. It is a thin metal die, so it's just a thin metal die combination, and here presto, we go through the Gemini. There we go. And let the Gemini do all the hard work as well. Oh, now then. I've got my stamp and die set ready as well. Got my stamping mat ready. And we've also got the rocker blocks that are in that deal, aren't they? Are they the Christmas deal, this one, with the rocker blocks?
Yes, Christmas deal with the rocker blocks. So there is a bundle on the website with the Christmas stamps and dies, along with the 12x12 paper pad and the rocker blocks. Now, it is showing out of stock at the moment. However, that is a mistake. Someone is working on it. The crafty fairies over in HQ are sprinkling their fairy dust and working their magic and tapping away. And it should be available again in the next sort of 10 to 15 minutes. As soon as it's ready to go, then I will I'll let you know when it's good for you to go. Any questions that you've got as well, make sure you get them in. Someone's saying I need to ask you what you did to Derek on Saturday, and if she won't tell you, watch the show back. It sounds. Did you propose to him? I am hearing in my ear. What's this all about?
Well, I had the masterclass with the rose gold collection. No, not the rose gold. The garden of love. All about love. All about weddings.
Yeah.
And I was using one of the monogram stamp sets, and I had a plan in my head, but like I said, Joe, you know what I'm like, I have these plans in my head and then they go all wayward, and so I decided to marry Derek.
Right, so you proposed to him?
And then I changed my mind at the last minute. I didn't put a year on the date, so he was wounded.
So you basically jilted him at the altar, I'm
I did. And he said, we're going to celebrate the anniversary that wasn't the anniversary of the wedding next year.
Right,
this time next year.
Your faux anniversary.
Exactly.
I love that idea. Eileen saying that your hair, your blouses and your nails are looking amazing today, Debbie.
Thanking you Thank you.
You're
I'm all
looking
colourful
great.
this today. I am. You know what I'm like with colours. I'm not one of those. It's like when you come into my house, Joe. I'm not like. Do you know? I like people have all nice muted colours. My house looks like the United Colours of Benetton. I'm not kidding. Every room has got a different colouring, and sometimes it's a little bit too much. But I love colour. I am I like to consider myself a bright, vibrant person.
You've
Not like blowing your own
got a bright,
trumpet.
vibrant personality, Debbie.
So I like my house to match. It's not tranquil. You go in and there's lots of different colours in there. You all know my craft room is orange and yellow.
Orange and yellow.
With a bit of red thrown in.
I can't say I knew that.
Yep, a bit of red thrown in as well. And my bathroom's a lovely shade of blue. I've got green and brown in the kitchen. I've got bright red in the hall. I'm just
All, haven't you? You're working your way through the Pantones by the sound of it, Debbie.
Exactly.
Maxine, who was on the Craft House on Saturday, Debbie, says, please tell Debbie, I've just purchased the Christmas pad. As I told Derek, I'd struggled to find any Christmas papers to use with double-sided dies, so she's gone for that 12 by 12 pad, which is wonderful. So
it's a beautiful
great idea.
pad.
Really lovely.
Absolutely beautiful pad, and it was so lovely to put names to faces. You know, we see lots of lovely people, so it was lovely to see. We've seen Astrid on the Craft House. We've seen lovely Mary from America, and then we had I personally had Maxine and Carol, and I know Carol from Chesterfield. She used to come to the store quite a lot when I was there. So, but yeah, we're lovely. We're really nice. I love these craft houses.
It's loads of fun, isn't it?
Absolutely. Now, what I'm going to show you, Joe, I have got my two pieces all ready, and what I'm going to show you is how you would do the rest of the scoring. This is what I call a medium. Well, I say medium. It's a little bit bigger than the small because the actual die itself will make a box, and somebody asked me this the other day, so I'm going to give you the proper measurement. It's a 7.5 in width, but it is actually, it's 7 when you think about the half, because half of the tab is a 1/2 inch one. So it's a 7 in width inch, and the smallest box that you can make is 5 in depth. So that's a great little to know, but you can, because there's no cutting edge at the bottom, you can extend it more and more and more, like I said, Joe. So for this one, I started with 2 pieces of cardstock, and they're both the same size now, and this is an actual 6 inch in depth. So I've got a little bit bigger than what I should do. Well, not what I should do, what I wanted to do. But what I'm going to show you is you'll just need your scoreboard, because the score line, and I'm just going to bring in my score master for a second, just to show you, and you will use, let me just bring that round there. Where's my scoreboard gone with me lines on? Do you know? And they've been having a little fiddle. Sarah's been busy on
Whilst you grab that, Debbie, I just need to let everyone know that the Christmas collection is now online and good to go. Shall I just quickly let you know what you're getting included in that? So you're going to get the following stamps and dies. You're going to get the Poinsettia Delight, which is this one just here, which is gorgeous. You've got the candles in there, as well as all the poinsettias. They're always so popular at Christmas. You've also got Away in a Manger, that traditional nativity scene. You're going to get the gingerbread in there. You're also going to get the this one here, which is your Santa and Rudolph, and you're going to get Christmas Cottage in there as well. As well as that, you're going to get the 12 by 12 paper pad, which has got all of those beautiful festive design, which is great for using whether you want to use it with your pop-up boxes or without. I know a lot of you will be going for an extra one of these, one to stroke and one to use. You get those included in there, and then you're also going to get as well the rocker blocks as well in there too. So you're going to get the small one and the large one to get you to do enable you to create that clear crisp stamp. Now, the one that you're not getting in the Christmas collection, just because we don't have enough of it to include it, but it is available individually, is the snowman. So if you want to go for little snowmen, then it's available on its own individually, $14.99 or $19.95. Remember, if you'd prefer to mix and match rather than go for the Christmas collection, you can do that with the Christmas collection and also with any of the other ones that are on the show as well. But it's there, it's in stock, it's good to go. I know a lot of you were waiting for it. Sorry, Debbie, just wanted to let everyone know that it's good to go there.
I've been busy while you were doing that, because what I've done is I've actually just scored. So I took my scoreboard and scored the rest of the line to go down here, because I've made it a little bit bigger. And the same with this one. The score line's in there, but then it stops when it gets to that 5 inch mark. So I've just taken my scoreboard and carried on scoring just down there to give me that full fold that I need. And I've actually put some red liner tape on this one as well. And I repeated exactly the same with that one. And I've got my tabs all good to go as well, because this is the die. And I'm not going to show you, because all we need to do is just run that through. I will tell you though, Joe, this cuts 2 tabs at a time. This actually cuts through 2 pieces of cardstock at 300 GSM, so you can get 2 tabs out of out of a single time. But I tend to, and this is just a little top tip from me, I tend to run quite a few through, put them in a little box, and then I've got them all ready. So when I put my box together, that's what I don't have to mess about doing those. Although they will go through your mini, so that if you've got your mini on hand, like our Debs does and Craig does, on the top of the machine, you can just whip your mini out and get it through there. Right,
fantastic.
So with this, I'm now going to put the box together. So what I want you to see is that the inside score lines here are on the inside of the box. Don't do what I first did. The very first time I got this die, I thought that went on the outside, so I folded it the wrong way around. So what you will need to do is pop your tape on the inside of the tab, and then you're going to turn that over. So you're going to line this straight edge up to this side where the tab is. So let me grab my poke tool, Joe. Now,
am I right in thinking you get full instructions within that box die?
You read me mind, Joe. You read me mind.
I'm just eyeballing it through the packaging, trying to see. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. So you get your step 1, and it talks every single piece. So it'll tell you about your A4 and how big you want to go. It's entirely up to you, and repeating the process. But every single stage, it takes you through every single little bit down to finishing the actual finished product there. So it literally is step-by-step instructions, so that if you do get stuck and you do come undone, or you don't use it for a while and you come back to it, you're fine and you're good to go. You've got that instruction there to refresh your memory. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to line that up and keep that nice and flush to the end of the box there. That's exactly what I want. And then I'm going to take the liner tape off this side as well. So I'll just pop that off and then take that off. And then just going to do exactly the same. I'm going to turn it round, Joe, just so I can see what I'm doing, and do exactly the same.
Sonia's saying, Debbie, you do look fabulous. I have a pink bathroom and a blue bathroom too, Debbie. Helen Goodwin says, Debbie, you are definitely not shrinking violet. You are bold, bright, vivacious, and we love you for it. As absolutely we do. Debbie Holidays is asking, can you put 2 pieces of card through at the same time, therefore making 2 pieces for the pop-up box together?
Yes, you can.
Wonderful.
Yes, you definitely can, because it's not a multimedia die, but it's a die that's not got a heavy pattern to it. So yes, it will cut through 2 pieces at one time. So yeah, one pass of the machine, and if you're using your larger Gemini, you can get your 2 panels of your boxes and all your tabs done in one go.
Wonderful.
So literally now, as I've put that together, it's giving me the square element, and all you do is you fold the outside flaps there and that forward one there, but you keep this one nice and straight, okay? So there's no score line going across the middle of there. Well, there is a score line going through the middle there, but keep it nice and straight, because what that does is offers the support, and that gives you that nice strong support at the back. But these can be folded over so that when it folds flat, it literally folds flat. Now, this is probably the part of this that'll be the fiddliest bit for you, and this is getting your tabs lined up to the inside of those. Remember though, I said about the tabs that are on the inside, and I'll just show you there for a second, just on here. So all I'm going to do, and I'll use tape for this, my line tape. What have I done with it? Where have I put it, Joe? Where have I put it? Oh, it's down here.
The snowman currently, Debbie, is in the lead. That is your favourite, closely followed, I'm being told, by the gingerbread. So I think that's Laura in the gallery willing the gingerbread to be the most popular now, because she is obsessed with gingerbread men. I might go to the baker's down around the corner today and maybe bring some back so we can have a nibble one. Looking at these boxes, I'm just thinking about delicious gingerbread now. Got me started, Debbie. Leona saying, I think I'll have to get these and give life to my existing stash. It's a great way of using it. I think, especially if you've got smaller stamps and dies, it's a great way of giving them a new lease of life by starting to make some boxes. Finn says, love you, Debbie. I haven't seen a lot of you lately, so it's great to see you back on our screens. Barbie saying good morning as well, saying she's pretty busy. She's popping in and out, but she just wanted to say hi. Very busy on the snowmen, very busy on the gingerbread, and also very busy on the paper pad. In a few minutes' time, I'll give you a recap of absolutely everything that's on the show. But remember, if you do want to watch and shop at the same time, get yourself over to craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. How are you getting on there, Debbie?
I'm getting on just fine, Joe. So all I've done is I'm lining them up. Now, I'm going to try and keep it there to show you, because it's quite difficult to do for a camera angle. So I'm just going to try and show you. I'm lining my tab up with that matching what's the word? Not the fold, yeah, a fold. So you can see now I've got my 3 in there, but I'm just going to turn that over because I want to stick that little tab down. And like I said, this is probably going to be the only fiddly bit of the box that you're going to do. It's very easy to apply. I mean, look, straight away. And when you fold that flat, it folds absolutely flat. It's
wonderful.
Perfect.
Does it give you any indications of where they go, those
It does, yes. So I just wanted to show you, and I've just literally stuck me wrong, but wait a minute. Let me just get my box back out just for a second, Joe. Give me a second while I just get this right.
No problem whatsoever.
No, it has. It's got the line in there so that you can actually do that. So there we go. There we are. And then you can see them. They're all ready, raring to go, ready to decorate and ready to put the box together. However, that is the easy part of getting that pop-up box straight away, straight done, and then you can just decide on whether you want it small, medium, large, whether you want a row of them, how many you want to do, and how you're going to decorate them. So I'm going to move on to the decoration. I'm going to put that to one side just for a second.
What one are you going to treat us to first, Debbie?
It's definitely got to be Rudolph or Santa. So
yeah.
Let me just show you. This is how your set will come, and I'll pop it here so that you can see this. So what you have is a set of stamps. Let me pop my little white underneath because I think sometimes when you've got them on there. Now these are an acrylic stamp, so it means they apply to rocker blocks with not the need of anything, Joe.
Fantastic.
Nothing whatsoever. So you don't need any spray or anything like that because they've got that sticky back to them so that they'll go straight onto there. But you've got this beautiful Rudolph, you've got the lovely Santa, you've got his sleigh, you've got some bricks, you've even got, look, the bit that goes, is it not the plinth? What's the word I'm thinking of?
Is it a mantelpiece?
No, well, it could actually, do you know what? It could be a mantelpiece, but do you know on the top, I'm thinking on the top of your rooftop.
Top of
That's
your
what
chimney?
I'm thinking of. A bit like the top of the chimney.
Oh, I don't know. Let us know in the comments what it
Wait
is.
a minute. I've got my head scratching now. Not the top of the chimney. What's that thing that top of the house? What do they call it?
I'm
trying to think. The bit that gets all that rubbish in. Do you know, sometimes they get clogged up and then things overflow out of there.
You're guttering?
That's the one. It's a bit like guttering. It's not quite guttering, but it's a bit like guttering. And then you've got...
I have no idea what you're on about, Debbie. Someone will let us know in the comments and keep us right in a second, I hope.
And then you've got the snow as well, so even the snow comes over there. But do you know what the wonderful thing about this is that the stamps have got a corresponding set of dies, and this where the magic happens. So you're going to stamp, you're going to die cut. That's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to move that to one side for a second. Let's pin this out. Let's get this off. Now, this is a new set of stamps that we've got here. So I'm going to give you a little tip when it comes to priming your stamp. Have you heard of that before, Joe?
I have, but I'm not sure what it entails, to be honest.
Right, so sometimes in a manufacturing process, not just our stamps, but lots of other places as well, there can be a little bit of residue left on top of a stamp, which means that for your first time of using a brand new stamp, prime it. And then once it's primed, that's it. You don't have to go back to it. And it's just a little top tip again for when you're stamping. And it's something I picked up because I used to scratch my head a little bit. Stamping was one thing that I really wasn't what I loved doing until I discovered rocker blocks, stamping platforms, stamping mats, good inks and those kind of things. And then someone teaching me how to prime it as well. So all you need to do is please excuse my pardon.
Stay at that, Debbie.
Shh. Not meant to shh. Right, so this is the water translucent clear, and it's meant to be white. So please excuse my rather mucky looking pad.
So it's not grey.
I love using it, and you can tell it's a well-loved one. But all you're going to do is, and I've popped him straight onto that rocker block. Can you see him there? He's on the rocker block. I'm just going to give it a little coating over the top, and what that does is it helps that residue disappear, so to speak. Well, it'll help this adhere to that as well. So I'm taking, because I'm colouring in with tri-blends today, Joe. We've got tri-blends on the show.
We do have them on the show.
Super excited about my tri-blends. But I'm using the alcohol-proof dye. Clue is on the packaging. So you can see you've got your alcohol pen, which means this is perfect. It stops that bleeding and it gives lovely stamped images as well when you use this one. And again, every time you use an alcohol marker, use this pad, and there's 4 colours to choose from. This one's noir black. So I'm going to now just pop that over the top, and this could not be any easier to use, especially a rocker block. The action that you do, and you've probably seen lots of other people use these before. I'm just going to turn my cardstock. You literally heel to toe. So I've got it on a rocker. You've got that lovely curve. That's a great angle to show you. And then all you do is you press, rock, lift, done. That's as simple as that. And it really did change the way that I stamped using Rocker Blocks, Joe. Honestly, I started to love stamping. Does that make sense? Because I never got good results before. I used to struggle, and then once you've put it down, once you've committed to stamping, that's it. There's nothing you can do unless you've got one of those platforms in place that keep it in place. But for me, the Rocker Block's just fabulous because I get that precision stamp, clear stamp every single time.
And if you're going for that Christmas collection, of course, you're going to get all of your stamps and dies in there. You're going to get the 12 by 12 paper pad, and you're going to get the Rocker Blocks as well. So you get it absolutely all in there. I'll take you through it all again shortly. I just need to let you know, though, while you're here, that the snowmen are on their own. The little snowmen, in fact, 40% of the stock of those have gone. We actually have less of the little snowmen than we do of the bigger collection. It's why we didn't include them today. So if you do want the little snowmen, then definitely grab them either individually, $14.99, $19.95, or you can mix and match any two across the Christmas and the everyday for £26 or $35. So it's completely up to you how you get it. If you want that one, especially if it's sat in your basket, maybe think about checking that out because there is very, very few of those ones.
Right, Joe, so I've stamped a couple of images. I'm not going to colour every single image in, but I just want to show you how they work. But what I want to show you is the tri-blends because I love our tri-blends. This is a fabulous, fabulous pen. It is a 3-in-1 pen blend. Blend pen. I'm trying to work out which way
I think you were right the first time.
I think I had it right the first time, yes, definitely. But where you get a one pen, which gives you 3 shades to be able to get that lovely gradient of colour and a real perfect blend every single time. I know how much I love tri-blends. I know how much the team love them. From the comments that I hear from people time and time again is how much they love them as well. But literally, all you have is the same colour family in one pen. So this is a DR1, a DR3, a DR4, which means dark red 1, dark red 3, dark red 4. And you've got your light, your medium and your dark. So you've got on one end your light, on your other end your dark, and when you open it up, you have that pen. So this one's a dual one, this one's a single one. Very easy to use and very simple to use as well. So I'm just going to show you. And I've taken my Father Christmas one for this one. So all I'm going to do is I am going to lay down a colour for using the lightest tone first of the red. So I'm going to pop that all on, and I'm going to literally cover the whole of his arms and his body, and I'm just going to slap that down. A technical term there that we slapping
it down. There's 8 different choices for the tri-blends on our website, Debbie. All of them have got 10% off, so do pop across there. I'll give you a recap and take you through the colours in a little while, but they're all there on the website right now. I love how quickly you're getting a lot of coverage there, quite quickly, Debbie.
Absolutely, it covers, and it works like a dream. These work like a dream, and it's what I love about the tri-blend. So all I've done is saturated. I say saturated my cardstock. I've just put lots of colours straight down onto there in the lightest tone. And then I'm going to go in with my dark one, and this is where I'm going to start thinking where his shading would be when it comes to how you shade him. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my dark blend, and I'm going to go under his beard because I reckon there'll be a bit of shading under his beard. Do you?
I reckon so,
yeah. I think there'll be a little bit under his bulging belt. No offence, Santa. But it looks like he's put a little bit of lockdown weight on there. So I'm going to... Oh, I'm dissing Santa. Isn't that terrible?
You're going to be on the naughty list
I will be on that naughty list.
The lockdown stone, yeah, that's what we're calling it. I've definitely, but I think a lot of us have managed that, Debbie. Debbie, you've gone the other way. You're looking brilliant coming out of lockdown.
I know, I'm still at it. I'm hard at it. You know, it takes a lot of work to get the weight off. But yeah, I'm still hard at it. Still working really hard, and the results are starting to show. I feel loads better as well.
You look brilliant, Debbie.
Thank you, thank you. So you can see where I've put his shading, where I think his shading would be. I've used the dark tone. Now I'm going to go in with the medium one, and this is the dual-sided one, but I'm going in for the middle, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to go, if you notice, Joe, though, I'm not going right over the dark bit. I'm just going underneath the area, and then a little bit more down on here, and again I'm going to carry on. And I love this. The reason being why we get this perfect blend is down to the chemistry and the makeup of the pen, which I think are fabulous. They are absolutely fabulous. I'm not going to try and work out what it is. Leanne's never going to tell us because it's a trade secret, but you're just going to pop this down. All I know is that these work, and it means that the lightest one has got more alcohol in than the darker one has. So you've got a lot more alcohol in the light one, and then a little bit less in that one, and then even more less in the dark one as well. But they really are fabulous. So I've used now dark and I've used the medium. I had my light down first. What I'm going to go back in with is the light again, and I'm going to go over that area. And again, if you've noticed, Joe, I'm not going over the top of all of them. I'm just going in what we call that preserved highlight section.
Elaine Barton on YouTube's asking, which pack is that pen from? It's in the floral blends. The dark red blend, you'll find it within the floral blend. So if you want to grab it, then that's where it is, just to let you know.
And it's very typically Christmas. But now you can see, look, and what you have to do is you have to leave it a couple of seconds, but you leave it a little while for the alcohol to blend, is it diffuse, to dry out? What's the right word? Evaporate. Thank you very much, Laura. She's saying in me ear. She knows what I'm like with words. But yeah, you wait for it to evaporate so that then that blend really does come to life. So shall I just repeat that again, Joe? So I'll go in with his trousers. I'm going in with lights. So I'm going to saturate quite a bit of light down. Okay, and then we've got to pop that all in.
It gives it such great dimension, doesn't it?
It really does.
Is. And great to have just it all there in one pen. So you're not searching around, thinking about what blends are going to work together. It is there all good to go. With you, Christine saying, Joe, can't believe you missed ice cream day. I can't believe I missed ice cream day as well. I didn't even know it was ice cream day until the end of yesterday. I totally missed out on it. It was one of the only days I hadn't eaten ice cream recently, to be quite frank with you. Leona saying she's got the tri-blends, absolutely loves them. So many of you do. Debbie is always on the naughty step, according to Leona here saying. And Sarah saying she loves these pens. Sarah's in Melbourne and she's saying she loves our sparkly gold Melbourne clock that we've got on the back wall over there. Well, you're more than welcome, Sarah.
I love the new clocks. They look amazing. They do. And do you know what's lovely? I can actually read them from here. So I can see that Melbourne, California. Joe, you're blocking the other one.
Am I in the middle of it? Let me get out.
Like,
oh, no.
Like New York and London. I love it. I can read them from here, which is fabulous. That's an achievement in itself with me. Now then, I'm not going to colour the rest of him in because I think you've seen how that blend works. And like I said, he looks absolutely fabulous. What I'm just going to show you is the corresponding dies, which I think are fabulous. These are the outline dies that fit perfectly over each individual one. They have been designed to fit superbly over there to give you that precision cut. You run them through your Gemini. These are all small enough to go through your Mini as well, Joe. Fantastic. But when you've cut those out, this is what you're going to get. So I'm going to pop them all down on here because I've been busy. I've been doing a few of them, but literally you've got I've got Rudolph. Where's his red nose, Debbie? You've missed his red nose off. Let me pop a little bit of a red nose on. I need to just pop that down there because he needs a little red nose.
That could have just been Dancer or Prancer or...
No.
I don't know the name. Does anyone know all the names?
Do you know what?
Vixen.
We had it in a quiz, a family quiz other day. I'm still trying to remember them all.
Let me know. I bet someone over on Crafters TV knows.
Is there a Dancer and Prancer?
Dancer, Prancer, Vixer. Comet is one of them called. Cupid, Donna and Blitzen. Oh, there you go.
There you go. You see, Joe, you did know them after all.
I have just recently found out, my friend of mine was astounded. I don't know, Debbie, how many days are in each month.
What?
I know, I just don't. It's just one of those things that I've never been able to get in. I don't know. Every time I tell anyone this, they try and do the rhyme to me like I'm going to remember it. I don't know why. There's just some things that you just can't remember. For me, it's how many days are in a month.
Right, Joe, now then, I'm going to show you these dies that are on that worker die. Wait a minute, worker. Yes, the pop-up box card die is what it's called. They have panels on here that are enabling you to actually give your perfect matte and layers. We've had loads of people talk about how do you cut them out, but look, this is fabulous. These fit perfectly, and they fit over your flaps. Absolutely spot on. And I've used my lovely craft card for this one, and then out of that paper pad that beautiful paper pad. I've used that gorgeous stripy one as well. So literally that's all I've done to create all my panels. And now let's get on to the fun bit. Let's bring back in the box. This is where the fun starts to happen. And honestly, you're just going to create to your heart's content. This is what you're going to do. I'm just going to choose my smaller panels that fit, and you'll see in a moment that these fit perfectly over that tab. Look at that. You couldn't get it any better if you tried. It really, honestly, it does all the hard work for you, Joe. That's what I love about the whole of this collection. Everything works so beautifully together, and it's just so easy to use. I mean, so easy to use. I'd love to know what you think if the people that have already got them, because I always think sometimes we can say it, but when people tell you how good they are, you know they're good. You do,
absolutely.
You know the
right, so it could have been Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner or Blitzen. That's who it could have been. I think, was that what we said? I can't remember if we got it right. A lot of people saying they can't remember the days in the month either, Debbie. It's actually quite a common thing apparently. Rebecca saying she can't. Robin says she can't either. And Cheryl, all of them don't know how many days are in the month. They have to check the calendar just like me.
Oh, well, do you know what? I think it's something. It's like the rainbow colours. I always remember Richard of York gave battle in vain. Now, that's the poem I remember. But there's all sorts of different ones, isn't there? And I can't remember them all. I've got to a certain age where I can't remember them all.
So we're talking now about rainbows and also the order of the planets. I don't know any of these things. It turns out I'm a bit stupid, I think.
You are not at all, Joe. You are
you
not
can
at
ask
all.
me anything though about musicals and Eurovision. I'm your man. Any of the other stuff, not so much for crafting. Then you need to come to Debbie. She's got all the answers when it comes to crafting, haven't you, Debbie?
I like to think. Well, not everything, because you know what, we still learn all the time. But I know people do regularly inbox me on my Crafters Companion page, and I'll just let you know I did have yesterday off because I was here Saturday. So I know some people have been asking questions, and I promise you I will reply to you. It's just that I just had yesterday off. We went pram shopping yesterday because I don't know if any of you are aware, I'm going to be a nan again.
Oh, how exciting.
I'm so excited. So we went pram shopping yesterday, and I had a day off and spent it with my daughter. It was lovely. Right, so I've popped all my panels on, so now you can see that fits perfectly. Now we're going to have the fun. We're going to fill the rest in. So did anybody come up with a name for this? I wish I could remember.
Someone said... fascia, someone said.
A fascia, that sounds about right. That sounds about right,
Guttering,
yes.
We had a lot of people saying guttering.
Yep, I thought guttering, that's
ledge,
what I was thinking.
Heard ledge.
Ledge. Ooh,
Is it from like would you have it on a normal house? Are we thinking just on like a log cabin would have one, or a cottage?
Well, let me think. Well, would you have it on a house? Well, I suppose it depends where you lived. A thatched cottage. Oh, I love a thatched cottage. I would love to live in one of those type of houses. But actually, would everybody have one of these? I'm just thinking, would everybody have one? You'd all have this when it was snowing. That's what you'd have. You'd have that snow effect. But I can't fathom it out, Joe. I really can't fathom it out.
I guess you could, if you wanted to colour it differently, you could make it the top of your chimney stack if you wanted to, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now, I'm going to start using my tabs. Now, there's a couple of ways you can use this, because we do have some acetate on the show, and I'm going to use that in some demonstrations later.
We do indeed.
I'm just actually sticking them on to the tabs. Can you see I've put Father Christmas, I've put his little boots down there. I'm going to do the same with Rudolph, but I'm going to have him a little bit further back so it looks like Father Christmas is talking to him from a distance. There we go. Let's pop that one in.
Santa's talking to him. Do reindeers? Do we think deers talk? Reindeers?
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah, I reckon.
Of course, Joe. Of course they do. I mean, how would they know where to go for a start when he's directing them on a Christmas Eve? I mean,
exactly.
Come on. They've got to talk to him, haven't they? It's got to talk to him.
I guess so, yeah.
But you can see now, just by adding these on, you're just going to now start to really fill this up. So I'm going to pop on some presents there. Let's get that one up. I've put my sleigh on there. Bricks, that's what I'm going to put on, because you've even got that lovely brick design that's in there, in that beautiful Rudolph and Santa as well. So you really can go to town. Do you know what? I'm going to change mine.
The eaves, Debbie.
The what is?
The eaves of the house.
The eaves, that's
Thank you, Robin in Maryland, for that.
Thank you. Yes, that's the one. Oh, I knew somebody would come up with it. I knew somebody would come up with it, Joe. But now can you see it all coming together and how beautiful it's starting to look? And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate the front. So I'm going to just turn that round for a second, Joe. I'm going to use me 3D collage glue. Noticed I called it by its right name, Joe.
Astrid saying, pointing out that all animals talk.
Of course we do, Astrid.
How can I be so silly?
Exactly.
How can I be so silly?
I'm with Astrid on that one. My little pooch used to talk to me all the time, my lovely little Millie. She only had to look at me and I knew what she was thinking.
Bless her.
My little darling, I miss her every day, I do. Right, so let's pop a few more just on there. So I'm giving that appearance of the bricks going across the front of the house. Yeah, because it looks like he's on top of chimney, doesn't it, with this one? Yeah, that's where we're going. That's where we're going, and I'm sticking with it.
Christine's asking, why do you use the tape for the figures but the glue for the panels? Is there a method to it, Debbie?
Do you know? Do you mean the tape that I used earlier to put the box together?
Yes.
Super strong.
Okay, cool.
Red liner tape is the most super strong tape that you can get. It is absolutely fabulous, and it's going to hold your box like for years and years and years. However, I use this ever such a lot. I use it with a lot of things. Did it with me tabs, done it with me putting my little things in there. I know they're not going to fall off either. I think it's a choice, and I'm always mixing. I don't know about anybody else, but I mix up different glues. But let's just pop this on. So let me just show you the finished article. But yeah, I always use different glues. So I use my thick chunky glue. I'm going to call it again. I'm sorry, my chunky glue. I use this for lifting off, so because it gives you the effect of like a foam pad would. I know lovely Craig would be using 4 pads for those. But honestly, that's the fun that you're going to have. So you've decorated the box, and when it's dry, and I'm going to bring in the one that has dried because I don't want to fold that up just yet because it's still wet. But when you fold that up, that is going to fit inside an envelope perfectly, because look how flat that is. There's no, that's not going to cost you anything when you pop that through the post. But when it opens it up, that's the effect that you're going to get. And I just added a little Happy Christmas on the front. But how beautiful was that to do? And effective. It's stunning. It's stunning to look at and just great.
Fantastic. It looks absolutely beautiful. Getting really, really busy on that Christmas collection right now. So you can see here everything that you're getting in here. You're going to get the beautiful poinsettia there. If you want a more traditional Christmas nativity, then you've got a way in a manger here. You've got the donkey, the manger, all of the characters there for you. The next one you've got is the gingerbread house, which is this one just here. Some really, really fun finished samples being created using that one. You've got the one that our Debbie just used there, which is a Santa and Rudolph. Very, very popular, that one. Just a really iconic Christmas scene, isn't it? And then finally, you've got Christmas Cottage here as well, which is great for Christmas, but could be great for a whole host of different sort of wintry themes there. Now, that's not all you're getting, of course, because you are then getting, of course, the paper pad in here included as well. Now, the paper pad is brilliant for your Christmas pop-up box themes. However, I think it's going to be great for a whole host of different Christmas crafting. I can hear that there are people going for the main collection and then people adding extras of these into their basket as well, because of course this is going to be that consumable element that you're going to come back and use time and time again. So you can go for that on its own if you want as well, $12.99 or $19.99. So you're getting that in there, and then you're also getting as well the rocker blocks included too. So they're going to be coming in there as well, helping you to achieve that clear, crisp stamp every single time. £85 or $99 if you want to go for that. Platinum Club Inspire members, you'd save an extra £17 in the UK, almost $20 in the US. Something else you might want to add in there as well with that though is this collection. Now, this is the little snowmen collection. It's not available as part of the big bundle because we don't have as many of these as we do of that larger collection. Over 40% of the stock of this one has sold out and gone. Actually, half the stock now of that one has sold out and gone. If you want to just get a few of these, what you can do is you can mix and match across absolutely everything in the show. So the snowmen, all of the ones that I showed you in the Christmas collection, and also all of the everyday ones as well, which I'll take you through again. They're all available for you to buy individually or as part of that 2 for £26 or $35. Now, if you want to watch and shop at the same time, never miss a deal, but never miss any of the demonstrations, it's really easy to do that with us here at Crafters TV. Here's all the details. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. All the details there, of course, of how you can watch and shop at the same time, which is fantastic. Now, we're going to move on to the everyday collections. Before I do, actually, can I just share with you again the details of that pop-up box die that you've got there as well. Now, the pop-up box die is a kind of the workhorse, if you will. It's the bit that gives you the ability to make the actual and construct that box itself. So you've got everything you need in there. Let me just show you it on a board because it's a bit easier for you to see everything that you get included in there. So you've got the bit that you need here to enable you to make the actual box itself with all of the flaps and the back panel. In there as well, you've got all of your tabs in there, which is fantastic. It also then enables you to cut all of your mats and layers to decorate the sides. You've got all of your little embellishments in there too. So it's really fantastic to have that with all the stamps and dies we're showing you. But I know a lot of you going for this on its own. It'll work brilliantly with a lot of the stamps and dies that you already have. $24.99 or $39.95 if you want to go for that one. Right, we're going to move on to the everyday characters, the everyday collection. Remember, you can mix and match all the individuals if you want to as well. So let's have a look firstly at Ocean Paradise, which is this one just here. You can see you've got that beautiful mermaid figure in there. You've got the octopus, you've got all of the fish in there as well. There's absolutely loads of beautiful things that you're going to be able to create using that. We've also then got in this collection as well Once Upon a Time, which is this one just here. So this is all about your princesses. You can see all of that. You've got the castle in there, loads of lovely things. I love that pumpkin carriage that's included in there too. You've then got the Vintage Tea Party, which is this one just here. And again, this one a little bit more grown up. I'm thinking maybe birthdays this is going to work beautifully for as well. The next one you've got is I Believe in Fairies, which is this one here. I'm thinking this is going to look amazing. Debbie, with your sparkle pens on there. Oh, it's
absolutely
going to look absolutely beautiful, isn't it? We've then got as well your Back to Nature one, which is a bit more of a wildlife theme, as you can see here. Again, really, really beautiful. And then the way that you theme and colour these up as well will make a difference, of course, of how they look in the overall finished product. You've got this one here, which is Happy Birthday. Of course, you're going to get so much use out of this one because birthdays, the most popular projects, I would say, that we create when it comes to our crafting. And you've also then got as well this one just here, which is your floral boutique. As you can see, really, really beautiful floral themes within there. That's not, of course, all you're getting, because you're also then going to get as well in here the 8x8 paper pad. A lot like the 12x12 one that we just showed you, but this is your everyday one in a 8x8 form. You can get this one individually too if you want to. It's $9.99 or $14.95. Again, I know a lot of you will be going for an extra one of these. In fact, I know a lot of you will have got this collection when we first launched it and are now coming back for extra papers because you're getting so much craftability out of it. If you don't forget, if you want to send us any photos of some of the things you've been making previously with these collections, we'd love to see them. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. That is included for you in there as well, which is brilliant. £86 for this collection, or $115 if you want to go for it there as well. Any questions that you've got about absolutely anything on this show, then absolutely get it in. Whilst I've got Debbie here with me, I'll share it with Debbie and she can hopefully get it answered for you. As I said as well, make sure you get any pictures in that you've got of these previous collections too. We would love to see them. Don't forget, you can multi-buy across everything that you've seen in the Christmas ones along with the everyday ones. Don't forget about the little snowmen as well. Very, very busy there. Over half the stock of the little snowmen have gone. Not sure if that one will make it to the end of your show. So if you've got your eye on that one, you've got it in your basket, definitely get it checked out. Right, Debbie, what do you fancy showing us next?
Well, I was going to go small, and then I would just study a thinking.
It's just not in your nature, Debbie, is it?
I know, it's just not my nature. I just thought, shall I change it up a little bit and let's go big? So I want to show you how you can make this box into a really big box. So I've taken the worker element part of the pop-up box die. Well, it's called the pop-up box card but it is a die. So I've taken 2 pieces of A4 cardstock, which is our white stamping card, and I've placed this onto my large Gemini, and I'm taking it right to the very top of that A4. So if I just show you for a second, I'm going in quite tall, there we go, and I'm leaving the rest of there just free. So I'm going to hold that down with some tape on both sides again, and then this time we're going to just do exactly the same. I am cutting through 2 pieces of cardstock, so I need a little bit more oomph, so I'm just popping it all in and run that through. Don't forget that's 2 pieces in one that this is going to cut through, and then we're going to use our scoreboard again. So you'll grab either your score master or your big score to create the extra lines, because if you remember, the die itself is a 5 by 7. However, if you want to extend it, you've got to extend those crease lines, the fold lines. So that's what you need to do. You need to grab your scoring tool. Or if you've got the guillotine, if you have the guillotine, you could use your guillotine. So I'm just going to pop that down there for a second and lift off. And let me make sure it's just gone through both. Absolutely fine. So I'm going to lift off with my tape, just that side. And exactly the same on this side. So let's just pop tape up, there we go, and I should lift that off gently does it, Debbie, gently does it, and you still managed to leave some on, girl. What are you like? Right, so let's just pop that down there for a second. Now what you can see is it's cut through both pieces and it's scored through both as well. So what I just need to do now is release this. So I'm going to bring in my my scoring board, and I'm going to bring in my guillotine, but for just starters I'm going to remove these 2 pieces here. So let me grab my scissors, let's pop that just on there.
Scoremaster's there on the bottom of your screen, 20% off that today if you want to go for that. There's also as well, the guillotine's on the show, you can definitely go find that on the website. There's also a great collection of tools as well, with scissors, pokey tool and the edge crimper as well. I know those pokey tools have been out of stock forever. They are back in stock right now at the moment. Here of course is that, so you can see that edge crimper is great for that distressing technique that you want to do on the edge there, and you've also got your scissors in there, and 2 pokey tools, not just 1, Debbie. Oh no, 2
pokey tools.
Absolutely.
2 pokey tools, Joe. Wow.
They've been out of stock forever, so great to have those back, Debbie.
Absolutely it is. Now, while you're busy talking there, Joe, I've just trimmed off my edges. I don't know if you heard the slicing noise with my guillotine, but what I've just done is trimmed them off. So now I've got 2 big pieces that have got my flaps here. Remember, keep one straight. These 2 would flap both over. There we go. So that bit, and you would take your bone folder for getting this nice and nice and, what's the word? Nice and stiff. I can't think of a better word, Joe, sorry. So I'm just going to pop that down there for a second, and I'm going to use my scoreboard, because the score tool, you can see is scored there, but remember that's the 5-inch cut-off mark. What I need to do is I need to go down, because I'm working this really large. I'm going full pelt, Joe, full pelt. I'm going in big. So let's just take that down, all the way down, and I don't need to score these, they will stay in the same place, but then we're going to take that down and we're going to score. So now I've got those panels, and that's going to be, and I'll just fold that over to show you, and exactly the same with that one as well. So
we talk about extending the length of these a lot. Can you make them out of more panels, Debbie, or do you need to stick to 4 panels?
Do you mean,
could you make them like 6-sided or 8-sided, or do you need to stick to 4-sided?
the box itself?
Yeah.
Do you know, I've never tried, Joe. I've never tried. I don't know.
I guess the only problem, I'm just
thinking,
I have good ideas and bad ideas. Where would you stick? Where would you put your tabs? I guess inside would be the thing. You'd then have to start making. You'd have to really play around with a. You'd have to pretty much make it yourself, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Terrible idea, Debbie. Move on. Let's just move on swiftly.
Listen,
Let's not mention
Joe,
it.
we all ask these questions. People, you know, it's not a daft question. There's never ever a daft question in crafting. What we just need to know is if it's going to work. That's all we need to know, Joe. There's no right or wrong way. And sometimes, yeah, they may sound daft, but you've got to ask them. You've got to ask them.
Absolutely, you have. Maxine Skingsley saying she loves the fact that you can mix and match across both of the all of the collections. In fact, she's gone for a little bit of everything today, which is fantastic. Jenny saying pop-up cards, love. Think they're my favourite type of card to make. Got the everyday collection. Now building up my Christmas sets as well. Lots of love for the pop-up boxes. I think they're just one of those cards, aren't they, Debbie? You're going to give them to someone, and they're going to absolutely love them. I'm hearing some of the busiest ones are Vintage Tea Party is very, very busy. Happy Birthday, very busy as I thought it would be. In the Christmas ones as well, the Gingerbread House is very, very busy. Christmas Cottage is also busy, but Little Snowmen is far and away your most favourite at the moment. Looking quite vulnerable on the stock of the Little Snowmen, actually, so you need to be quick for that if you get it. Would you, at home, I'm guessing then you'd also use red liner tape, would you, for this, Debbie?
I just prefer red liner tape for this pot, but there's nothing to stop you from using choice of your own, you know, your own glue. I think wet glue might be a bit tricky. Tacky glue's a good one, Joe, because it's quite an instant tack. It gives you a little bit of time to get it in place if you need to. However, red liner tape's absolutely fabulous. Go and check the website out. We've got lots of packs of red liner tape on there. And if you're unsure with red liner tape, because obviously once you get that stick, it's quite instant and it's like super strong, you can use your all-purpose glue just over the top to give it that little bit of wiggle time, and then you've got like a double dose of strong glue, because that's super strong. That's a little top tip as well to get that into place.
People in the comments, they'll be talking about maybe making the base out of craft card. Could we make the base out of things like mirror, matte mirror, glitter card if we wanted to? Are the die strong enough to cut through them?
Absolutely. I've seen one in acetate before.
Lovely.
Looked beautiful in acetate. Craft card, always gorgeous. Black cards or matte black cardstock, white cardstock, cream cardstock, glitter cardstock, linen cardstock, anything that's strong, you know, that's going to hold what we call construction, because that's what this is. It's a construction-based project. So anything from about 250 upwards, perfect. Absolutely wonderful. Perfect, yeah. So, Joe, all I'm going to do again, now because we've gone big, well, we've gone really, really big, I'm just going to show you again how you would remember. These score lines need to be on the inside of the box so you can see that's where your tabs are. And I'm just going to show you just for a second before I put this together, because obviously once it's together, trying to show you the angles of getting these tabs in, it's quite difficult on camera. So what you do is you get one of your little small tabs here, and it's a case of lining up where you want to pop it. So I usually pop the score line to that crease line there, and that's where I would put mine. And then the same with the second one. On the second line, put the fold bit in and tuck it in and hold it into place. And then the same with the third and final one. That's the score line, that's the fold line, and put that together. And that's where I would put them, Joe. It's just very difficult with these angles to show you how to get that right.
When you're making a longer box, Debbie,
yes,
do you still put the tabs in the same place even if you were making a shorter box?
Yes.
They still go the same spacing from the top of the box?
Yeah, if you're going to put them lower down, if you're going to use acetate, all you need to do is make sure you're using long pieces of acetate so that they're coming out of the box. So if I just show you for a second, let me bring in this fabulous one that Debs did, just for a second to show you. You want this element here, this lovely pop-out element, and I'm so sorry, we're trying to get camera angle right for you. Let me just pop that down there for a second. There you go. You want them to be coming out of the top part of the box. If you put them further down, the tabs, then that's when it can become a little bit tricky, because you're going to have to make sure whatever you pop on, if you're putting tabs down here, you need to make sure that they've got a long enough stalk with an acetate piece that come up so that the feature comes out of the top. Does that make sense, Joe?
Yes, makes total sense.
Fabulous.
Thank you for that.
Fabulous. Right, so let me pop on my big box. Why do I say that when it says big? I mean, there's just a need, isn't there?
It's just you do you, hun. That's what I say, Debbie. You don't change. You don't change for anyone.
I know. Well, you know me, Joe. I'm never going to change. I couldn't change even if I tried. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll show you. When I talked about just popping on the glue, all I'm going to do is put a little bit of all-purpose just onto there. and then I'm going to fold that in and over again, and I'm going to try and keep it flush, but because I want it to fit perfectly and line it up, that gives me the bit of wiggle time to get it into place. And don't worry if the glue seeps out, because you just rub it in your hands and it comes off. It's absolutely fabulous. One of my favourite glues. I understand why Leanne calls it her favourite glue in the whole wide world, because it is the most fantastic glue. So I'm just going to make sure that and get rid of all my rubber gubbins there. So I'll pop that on, and that's now created that first inner flat there. Let me get rid of that glue as well. This is what I love about this glue. No matter if you seep it out, you can just rub it off and it dries up. It's like
fantastic.
It's like a rubber bogey. I'm sorry, I can't think of any other word.
A rubber bogey.
Sorry, I just can't think of any other word. But do you know what I mean? You know what I mean, don't you?
You've painted that picture very vividly for us. I don't think anyone's going to be thinking now. No one's at home going, I wonder what she means. I wonder what that would be. We got it. We got it.
Did you get it?
We totally got it. Don't you worry about that.
So again, I'm just going to fold now that over to the top, and again I'm going to line it flush. And this is the most important part of making sure you get that nice flush element to it, because otherwise your box, you'll struggle, which is why I'm using it flat to this surface here. But there we go, Joe. Now I've got, just make sure I open that up
properly. Got your big box.
Let me just make sure that comes out. Come on, fold in. There you go. Look how big my box is.
Huge.
This is a humongous box. But this is just showing you how you can do it from something quite small to something quite tall, all with that same die. That die, believe you me, is going to last you forever. It's going to be one of those that you can use in multiples of ways, different sizes. I just think it's absolutely fabulous. So now I'm going to start putting my tabs in. Joe, if you've got
Debbie,
to talk about.
How has Debbie, is it Debbie Fisher did the other one that's there?
It's Debs Fisher,
How
yes.
has she created that bit that slots in the bottom, do you think?
So I'll just give you a little. So what she did was she used a little hole punch just to make these little markings here. Okay, can you see that? So that you've got that lovely slide in, slide off factor. But what she did was she took the measurements from the base. So from the base, and I believe that's right, Debs, and if I'm wrong and if she's watching, I'm sure she'll jump in and tell us. But what I might ask her to do is pop on a little instruction on there. But all she did was using the box, I think it was the Schoolmaster she used, but she just made that box to fit in the base so that it fits perfectly inside.
Great
so
idea,
that's all
isn't
she's
it?
done, and she just used a Schoolmaster to do it. And then all she's done, and I'll take this out. Look at this, Joe. Joe, we might have to. Oh no, we won't. I'll stay away from them. Stay away from them. What she did was just line the inside of the box with the papers from the pad, popped in a little bit of lovely shredded paper, added the gingerbreads, popped those in the middle, and then literally that just fits over the top, and it goes on the inside. So how fabulous is that?
Brilliant, love that.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Just give it a totally new use, doesn't it? Which is fantastic.
Yeah, it does indeed. Right, Joe, I'm going to start putting my tabs in, so I don't know if you want to be chatting away while I'm putting this in.
Debbie is saying hi. Another Debbie Daniels popping in saying hello and hi. A lot of people talking about not being able to remember the days of the month as well. I'm not on my own there, it was seen. Hannah says her daughter has just robbed her earphones and is listening with us. So hello to Hannah's daughter is what we must say. Maxine says, Debbie, you make me laugh so much. A lot of talk about those. Yet you are just too funny, Debbie, is what a lot of people are saying. Sonia says, okay, got my order checked out. I was not snoozing, y'all. On the snowman. I love snowmen. It's great to get that in there. Maxine is asking me, what is the width of the worker die? Oh, good question. So maybe our Debbie can let us know. So
you were talking about not remembering poems and stuff like that. Do you know I get the most simplest of things wrong, width and depths. So the width is going across, isn't it?
Yes. Across the way.
So it's slightly bit. So the actual box itself will be a 7, but this bit here is the little bit extra. So it's 7.5 in measurement, and then 5 being the smallest. And obviously you can go bigger, as I've just shown you. But for the actual base of the die, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pop it on here. When it's all folded up and all creased up and folded in, it just comes in at just over 4 inches. There. Then. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, I got it.
Did you get it?
Yeah, we got it.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine. I was trying to work it out then, but you know what? But the actual die itself is 7.5 by 5.
Perfect. Thank you so much
No
for
problem.
that, Debbie. Now, don't forget, there's loads coming your way. Are we talking about what's happening on Sunday yet? Oh. My producer Laura just did the, go for it. Oh, actually, no, maybe not. Which I love. There is something, Laura's going to have a look, see if it's on the website yet, see if we're allowed to talk about it. Anyway, if it's not on the website and we can't talk about it yet, there is something big. I'm not just talking big, I mean huge, coming up on Sunday over in the USA. It's a USA only thing. That's all I'm going to say. It should give you a little clue, maybe already. Very, very exciting about that. It's not on the website yet. Okay, it's not on the website, so I can't talk about it. I think I might have just let the cat out of the bag already, though. Anyway, also loads happening before then because there's nothing happening on Sunday night, nothing to see here. There's absolutely loads coming up as well this week. Of course, there is a hunky-dory Monday Makers with myself and Sarah happening tonight. John Scott's here in the morning, of course. He'll be here bright and early at 9 a.m. That leads into Softer Side of Life. And there's a fabulous launch party coming your way as well on Tuesday. Wednesday, all the usual suspects. I know we've got a launch day coming up on Thursday morning as well. It's going to be those lovely stained glass window techniques coming up on myself and Leanne. That'll be fabulous. Friday, more masterclasses. Of course, Colouring Happy happens on Friday as well. And then into the weekend, Derek will be here with you on Saturday and Sunday. I'll be back with you again on Sunday night as well. There's absolutely more stuff that you can shake a pokey tool at coming up this week. Loads of great deals. All of your favourite guests as well and crafty experts. So it's going to be brilliant. Let's have a look at your massive box, Debbie, then. Are you decorating it now?
I am. I'm just decorating my flaps. So I'm just popping that on there. So if you can see now, I've got my little tabs. We'll call them tabs. Just realised that other word doesn't sound very nice. So apologies if that offends anybody, but I can't, tabs. We'll go with tabs.
I don't think they are tabs, though, to be honest.
You don't think
I think a tab is something that you stick to something else, isn't it?
It's a tab. Oh, you're thinking tags?
Sorry?
Are you thinking tags?
Tags? No. Tabs. What is like a bit that connects to another bit, isn't it? A tab.
Oh.
Anyway, we digress.
Well, this is when Debbie starts.
Let's go with panels, Debbie.
Panels. I like that.
Panels, yeah.
Yes, I'm going to use that. I like that one. Drop down panels. There we go. We've got a new one, Joe. Drop down panels. That's
fantastic.
But yeah, so you can see now I've just coloured. I've just used the paper pad to just pop on my little pads there. You can see I've got my little worker elements in, and you'll know because it all falls nice and flat. So again, they're all ready. I'm going to decorate this in a moment. What I want to bring in for a second is the lovely floral boutique. Love this one, Joe. And I've even got as well, is the bow still available?
The bow? I don't think it is. I don't think it's on the show, you know.
I'm sure I saw it, Joe.
Oh, shut the front door, shut the back door and put a fancy bow on it.
It has got
It is available. It's Gemini Elements ornate bow. It's available. It's actually got a discount as well. 20% off of it. £8, $14 if you want to get it. It's available right there. Have you used that, Debbie?
I am going to use it in a moment, Joe. I am indeed. I'll show you exactly it. What I just want to show you is this beautiful floral boutique, because this is absolutely gorgeous. And again, let me bring in some white cardstock just to pop that underneath so you can see it pop a little bit more. Beautiful floral designs, really easy to colour as well, butterflies in there, and then let's not forget the actual dies that work over each one, so you can see these dies all marry up to all of these stamps. I just think they're absolutely fabulous. So when you do that stamping, that's what it will look like. But when you take your lovely tri-blends, and I would love to sit here and colour, but it's not a Colour Me Happy show, so I want to try and cram a few more demonstrations in. I've just seen the clock, Joe, on the wall, and I'm like, oh my goodness, where's the time gone? But there you go. That's what it will look like when it's all coloured in. And then obviously you'll take your die again, so your die will fit over there, literally, and then run that through your Gemini. You can put all of those in one go, so you could stamp the whole lot, die cut all the lot, and this is the effect that you're going to get when it's all done, because they've been designed to fit perfectly and work perfectly. Let me just put those to one side, and then we've got all of these die cut elements all ready, raring to go and to pop into place. So you can see now let's just get them all the right way around before I start decorating. Now, this is when you can use some acetate if you want your acetate elements to pop out of there. And I have got a demo plan, so I will show you. But I'm going to do exactly the thing that I did with that very first one, where I'm just going to stick all the elements onto the front of my box.
Do you know what might be nice, Debbie? I'm just having a little think while you're decorating that. Yeah, you know I have good ideas and bad ideas. What you could do is maybe not even stamp the flowers out, but just cut them out in all different types of glitter card and just have them as like silhouettes.
Yeah, outline, definitely.
Card, like just as outline silhouettes of the flowers, and just have those on there. Might be another lovely way to use it. Barbie saying, Joe, did I hear the word hunky-dory? You did hear the word hunky-dory indeed. It will be coming up 4 p.m. this evening here in the UK. That is 11 a.m. on the East Coast, 8 a.m. if you are across on the West Coast as well. Maxie says, oh, Joe, I'll be broke soon if I get into sewing as well. I do love the John Scott's show as well. Yeah, that's back up tomorrow morning. Peggy, no, that was the option we were trying to get over. That's the word we're trying to get away from, Peggy, is all I'll say in the comments. That's not what we're calling them. Joe, you bad boy, already teasing us so early in the morning and first thing on a Monday. It's just in my nature, Cindy Sue. What can I say? I am a tease. Maxine saying she's already got the bow. She absolutely loves using it. Cecilia says, I have this set. I made it for my sister's birthday card. Cecilia, would you send us in a picture? We'd absolutely love to see it. At crafterscompanion.co.uk. Any of you that have got these dies out there that have made any of these, or any boxes for that matter, drop us a picture to the email address studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk and we'll share them with your permission, if that's all right. Marianne, big crafty slap on the wrist for Marianne, Debbie. She says, morning all from New Jersey. Sorry I'm late. I woke up before 5, then I fell back asleep in my armchair waiting for the show.
Oh dear. Marianne, bless you. Oh, bless you. I feel for you. I feel for you. That's horrible when that happens.
It's a good job, though, isn't it, Debbie? You can get all of our shows on catch-up, which is amazing. So as soon as they've been on, you'll be able to go back and watch all the bits you missed. And all of our shows live pretty much forever over on Crafters TV. So pop yourself back across there and you'll find all of them really, really easily. You can also watch while you shop over there. And you can see the schedule that's coming up. Although the schedule doesn't have Sunday evening show on it just yet, apparently.
Stop teasing, George, stop teasing. All I know, it involves an Ivy's jacket, doesn't it?
Does it?
I think so.
Wow.
Have I said too much?
I think you might have, yeah.
Oops, I'll be getting called into office after the show's finished. There'll be a little memo, Debbie to the office.
When are you back with us here on Crafters TV after today? Do you know, Debbie?
Yes, I am going to be here on Thursday. I've got cartload. I'm really excited.
You and I for cartload on Thursday?
I haven't done a cartload for ages, Joe. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Now then, can you see my decorated box? What it's just missing now is the beautiful panels. So this is when you can create using your beautiful paper pads, Joe. That gorgeous paper pad. But I'm going to leave that because I think I want to do some more. I really want to get some more done. But you would just take your paper pad and do the measurement just on here. And it depends on the size of the box. I'm going to bring in my small one so that you can see the difference. That's the way. This is what I was planning, Joe.
What were you planning?
You know what I'm like? I was planning, and that was the finished demonstration I was going to do. But I quickly changed it because I wanted to show you how fabulous that worker die is. And both of these fold up nice and flat. There is nothing. I'm not going to fold that just yet because I'm scared of with my wet glue. It's going to all start squeezing everywhere. But you will get that nice fold up finish flat. But when you open that up, you have got the two beautiful different options, and then all the things that are in between. Absolutely fabulous kit this is. Really, and it's just a case of, what are you going to go for? Are you going to go Christmas, or are you going to have a little bit of both? Have little bits and keep choosing little bits. That's where I'd be going, definitely. But they're all fabulous, and if you can finish and stretch them all, stretch to it all, because these dies and stamps, especially the work, not the worker element, not the worker die, but teeth back in, Joe. The stamps and the dies, all the collections, you're going to be able to use in so many different ways. And if I may, Joe, I'm just going to show you, because Deb's pinched a box of mine down at the flat. She won't mind me saying. I'd made a box and I was going to decorate it for me stepmom's birthday yesterday. But I had to hastily make a different box because she pinched it to decorate it with. But look, This is showing you what you can do with other things in your stash. You can use those papers, you can use that on there, and it still looks exquisite. You
and
can
is that,
take
that
it
the
into
picnic box from our decorative boxes, that one?
It is, yeah, it is. And then the little boxes that you can make very quickly and very easily on your scoreboard, and then decorate them up using those dies and stamps. This is just showing you how versatile this kit is. Super.
Absolutely beautiful. Now, loads of ways of you to get hold of it. What I want to do is I'm going to go through the everyday pop-up box stamp and die collection for you. First one that you've got in here is your Ocean Paradise, which is this one just here. So you've got your mermaid on here. You've got all of those little characters. You've also got the little seahorses in here. You've got the fish in there too. There's absolutely loads in there for you to get creative and start crafting with. The next one you've got in the collection is Once Upon a Time. I think this might be one of my favourites. This, you've got the castle in there, you've got the pumpkin carriage, you've got all the sort of fairy tale characters within there, which is fantastic. There's a little unicorn in there as well. Oh yeah, there is a little, how not like me to miss a unicorn, is it? You've then got as well the Vintage Tea Party. Love this one. This is a bit more grown up. I can see this being a great birthday card, you know, really great girly birthday card. There's going to be something, I think, in this collection that covers every single occasion, which is fantastic. Now, do you believe in fairies? If you do, then this is going to be the one for you. Look at I love how lush and full and dense that is. Great thing about these is if you want to really pack them full of those characters, you can. If you want to have them a little bit more pared back, absolutely you can. Less is more or more is more. It is completely up to you with these. We've got the Back to Nature one in here as well, which I think is fantastic. You've got all those little creatures in there. You've got little birdies that you can add in there as too, which is fantastic. Probably, I'd say, one of the most versatile ones is going to have to be the Happy Birthday one, which is this one here. It's going to be great for some other celebrations too. If you want to just leave those numbers off, it's completely up to you. And then finally, last but by no means least, you've then got the Floral Boutique in here as well. And that one's got that little bow on there that's been added to it. Again, you could really make that one quite lush and quite full if you wanted to, and have lots of those elements coming out of there on things like acetate. You're also going to get in here as well that paper pad included. You've got, it's 180 GSM. It's an 8x8 size as well, and it's 180 GSM 8x8. You get, how many sheets in here? Do you get 48 sheets in this one? And again, it's been put together and designed to work perfectly with all the themes that are in your everyday pop-up boxes, which is fantastic. So you can get it in that configuration. I think best way to get the best value is always to go for the bigger bundles. If you can't stretch for that, or maybe you want a little bit of everything, then you can go for these on the multi-buy, which is fantastic. 2 for £26 or $35. And what you can do is you can choose from everything in the everyday collection. You could also go for the snowman, the little snowmen as well. I know it's very, very busy on those, but you could definitely go for those. And then you can also mix and match from everything which is in the Christmas festive collection as well. The snowmen, little snowmen, very, very popular. Over half the stock of that one has sold out and gone. Now, if you want to make these beautiful boxes, then you're going to need the base die. This is the worker die. This is the bit that's going to do all of the construction for you and make that all super simple and easy. So this is what it cuts out for you. So it cuts out the actual box element itself, which is this here. It also then does all the smaller panels for you. It creates your tabs and all of your tags as well. Really brilliant to use with all of the stamps and dies that you're seeing on the show. I think you'll have a lot of stamps and dies already in your collection that you're going to be able to use in conjunction with this as well. Now, Club Inspire members, you're of course going to be able to use your great discount across everything that you've seen already in the show. So if you're not familiar with Club Inspire, let's just take a moment to recap all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there, of course, of Club Inspire, which is fantastic. Very, very busy on the mix and match, because remember with the mix and match, you can mix and match across both sets. So let me just recap the stamps and dies that are in the Christmas set for you. In there, you've got the poinsettia. You've also got the nativity. There is the gingerbread. You've got this one here, which is the Santa and Rudolph. And you've also got the Christmas cottage in there. Remember, the only way to get hold of the little snowmen today is on the mix and match or individually. Am I right in saying 70% now of this one has sold out and gone? 70% indeed has sold out and gone of the little snowman. If you want that one, I think we've probably got enough stock to last now to the end of the show. It probably will sell out not long after though. So if you're watching this back on repeat, I would definitely check the website for the stock situation on that snowman. They're also very busy on that 12 by 12 paper pad as well. This is fantastic. It's going to be great for all of your Christmas pop-up boxes. I think it's just going to be great for your general Christmas crafting as well. There's going to be a lot that you're going to be able to do with this. Some of it very Christmassy with the candy canes there, but also some of it a little bit more muted and pared back. Some great patterns in there too. Really lovely. $12.99 or $19.99 if you want to grab hold of that. Don't forget as well, we also have the tri-blends on the show. Always very busy, these ones. If you want to get them today, you've got the floral, portrait, vintage blends. You've got woodland shades, natural and exotic blends, coastal blends there, jewel shades, all available for you, all with 10% off. These configured as well, so you don't have to buy whole colour families. They're configured almost by project or theme, if you will. So probably the most affordable way to get a comprehensive collection of tri-blend markers for you there. Those tools, very, very busy on there. You've got the scissors in here. You've also got in there that distress tool, which is not called that, is it? It always gets me a cropper. The edge crimper, that's what it's called. The pokey tools, and you've got the 6-inch straight scissors in there as well. You've got a nice saving there too. You're saving a quarter, $12.99, $19.79. We've also got a nice saving for you on the guillotine as well. Really looking after you with our core tools today. $19.99 or $27.96. That is a 20% saving off of there as well. I know a lot of you sent some pictures in. We'll have a look at those in a little while. Right, Debbie, how are you getting on with your big box? Is it decorated?
I have. I've been busy decorating my panels while you were busy watching all those other little bits. So I just wanted to show you. I used that 8x8 pad and I cut this down to 3 3/4 inches and then left the 8 inches inside, so you can see that on an A4 piece that is going to fit perfectly. And the two side panels I just used 2 3/4 and left again the 8-inch, so that you can see it fits beautifully underneath those flaps. Absolutely fine, really fine. What did we say we were going to call that word, Joe?
Not flaps, we're going to go with panels.
Panels.
I think it's maybe a little bit more
Side
of a...
panels, yes. Can I just say though...
A little bit more of a prettier word.
I know I need a really pretty word, but it's just showing you that was my small one. and my large one both decorated up now. However, can I just show you something as well, because I haven't given a nod to it, and I saw a lovely lady called Sonia make a little a comment about the stamps that are on the show.
She did, yeah. I was just about to ask you about that.
I was, yeah. Great minds think alike, you see. So Sonia wanted to see a couple of samples using those stamps. Now, the stamps themselves, what did you do with them, Debbie? I had them somewhere. Here they are. Here they are. I knew I hadn't got rid of them. They're two stamp sets that are panels that fit perfectly. Let me just see if I can move that out of the way, because I think that's in the way there. Let's just put that there. These fit perfectly on those panels, those pull down panels. You've got that beautiful brickwork design, and you also have one of my favourites, which is that marbling design. And Sonia's asked, could she see a couple of samples? Your wish is my command, Sonia, and of course you can. So this one has been created using that beautiful birthday one, but can you see the panels here underneath? That's that gorgeous brickwork design that's been designed on that one. It looks fabulous. And then my personal favourite.
Oh, I like the look of this, Debbie.
Look, that beautiful. I mean, this is the, I want to say the unicorn one, this one. It's not the I Believe in Fairies, is it? No, it's the other one. It's the unicorn.
It's the, it's...
Once Upon a Time.
Yes, Once Upon a Time.
Thank you, Laura. She saved us again. She saved us again, Joe. But like, can you see in the background? Let me turn it round there so you can see that background panel. Beautiful marbling. And that is what you are going to get with the stamp. Now, our lovely Liz Avril, who created this one, she's done this one with the heat emboss technique.
Ooh,
so
lovely.
That's exactly what you can do. It's a stamp, so you can think of all the things that you can do with your stamps, your heat embossing, with your pigment inks or your watermark ink pad, and different colour powders like your wow powders that you have. We've got them on the website. Go and check them all out. But that's the kind of effects. So I hope that helped there, Sonia. Absolutely beautiful. I love these. They are gorgeous.
Those two stamp sets, one is bricks and mortar, the other one's called marble and grass, both £4 or $5.50 if you want to get them. A lot of love for the gingerbread at the moment, Debbie. People really loving that on the multi-buy and the mix and match. Is that what you're showing us next?
It is.
Oh, what great timing.
It is. It's perfect timing. It's absolute perfect timing. But because you've seen me make the boxes and put the boxes together again, I thought I've already got one ready to decorate, because I just thought it'd be a bit easier rather than me keep showing you over and over again. You've got that instruction sheet, and you've got those two demonstrations that I've showed you how to put the box together, whether it be a small box or a really, really big box. So I've got a box already prepped and ready and raring to go, but I had to get this in, and I've barely got any time left because I have got loads more planned, let me tell you. But the gingerbread house is divine, Joe. It's divine. Oops, I've just knocked something over on the other edge. Let me bring in the stamps again and the dies to show you exactly what you're getting in this set. Now, this is a really super cute set. You've got your gingerbread man and your gingerbread lady. You've got that beautiful fairy door there. You've got that lovely Christmas tree, love hearts candy cane, and then lots of lovely little decorations that you can put on the top. And again, another, what did we call it? What did we decide on? A fascia, was it? Was it a fascia, Joe? Yes, a fascia, that's it. Another one there that you can pop on too. But let's not forget, you know, you could use that snow one from the, was it Rudolph and Santa?
It is, yeah.
And you could put that with that. You could do a little bit of mixing and matching.
Yeah,
you could create some nice different scenes.
You can have you can do like a best of box, which would be of all of them in there. You could have like Santa, you could have the deer, you could have the donkey, you could have Joseph and Mary. You could have it all. You could just do a mash-up Christmas box if you wanted to, I think, Debbie.
Absolutely.
We're definitely more is more people, aren't we? So why not?
Exactly. So shall I do a little bit of stamping again? Let's show a little bit of stamping before I show the coloured in versions again. Using the rocker block, really, really simple, really, really easy to use. And again, if I just talk about, just in case there's people that have just joined us and they don't know, this is a new set, this is a studio set that I've borrowed. But the new stamps, if you need to prime them, we'll go back to that business of priming your stamps again. All you're going to do, water mad. What's a water mad?
Don't know.
I need a coffee, Joe. I need a coffee. A water pad. Wait a minute, that's still not right.
No.
It's a watermark.
Watermark ink pad, is that where we're going?
Thank you very much, Joe. Thank you.
Wonderful.
You've helped me out yet again. There we go. So again, I'm just going to pop that over the top, and then I'm going to take my ink pad for my tri-blends. I am using the Finesse alcohol proof dye ink. It is non-smear, and it is perfect to work with all your alcohol markers, whether it be the tri-blend that's on the show today, whether it be your illustrators or your classics. This is the one, and the clue literally is on the pad. Wait a minute, the ink pad. Yes, the ink pad. Cool. Yeah,
wonderful.
That's the word. There we go. So I'm going to cover that over. Now I'm going to tell you something with the rocker blocks that I think is worth mentioning. Fabulous design to create a beautiful stamped image. But when you ink, sometimes your ink can go on the side. And I'm just going to show you that's slightly raised. And you just need to make sure that you wipe that off. Because if you don't wipe that off, Joe, what you'll end up with is a little bit of black ink on your thing, and that's what you don't want. But again, it's that heel to toe act. You pop that on. I hold it into place, and I'm going to show you because I'm using the big one here because I've got 3 stamps on. But there is, how many is there in that pack? Is there 2?
Oh, let me count. I'm
4?
going to have a look. Which one are you using, the gingerbread?
No, do you know in the rocker block? Sorry, Joe.
Oh, 2, sorry, 2 in there.
Yes, I thought so. You get this one, which is the large one, and then there's another size in there as well. But all I'm going to do is I've got my fingers in the middle. Can you see how I'm holding that? Let's just pop that there so you can see. All you're going to do is that heel to toe. So you're going to start off, before you commit, get it into place. Use your stamping mat, really important. It absorbs that pressure of the stamp. And then all you're going to do is you're going to rock that motion across. And when you lift that off, there you go. You've got that perfect image stamped instantly. It's absolutely fabulous, Joe. It really, truly is. And again, when we start colouring, shall I do a little? I'll tell you what. Well, let's do a little bit of colouring. What I failed to mention was I've actually used Nina cardstock for the images. And the reason I've used Nina cardstock is because it's absolutely perfect for your alcohol markers, and it takes it really, really well. So I've stamped that onto there, but I'm actually putting a couple of pieces of stamping card underneath, because if you use your alcohol markers, and if you're a fan of Aliane and because they love their alcohol markers, and Craig, you'll know that we don't colour directly onto a glass mat with that one sheet. We want to make sure that it doesn't pull back up and come back up through the cardstock if it lands straight on that glass mat. So you pop a couple of sheets of stamping card or some scrap bits of card underneath to get that to use that. That's the word I'm looking for, Joe. That's the word I'm looking for. So gingerbread man, let me grab a colour for my gingerbread. What colour's a gingerbread man? Is he like
brown?
Yeah,
like an orangey brown.
I'm just thinking.
Sally says, Sarah wanted to put Mary in a shed. Now Joe wants to put her in a gingerbread house. What's going on? You can put them where you want to put them. Actually, as well, producer Laura just said, the gingerbread men might play quite nicely with the Once Upon a Time collection. So you can really mix and match them. That's why we've got that multi-buy across both the everyday ones and all the Christmas ones for you as well.
Right, I'm still messing about down here, Joe. I'm getting all my tri-blends. I thought I'd got a bit of time.
Should we have a look at some of the photos that you guys at home have been sending in, because they are fantastic. Let's have a little look here. Then, who sent this one in? It's very, very big.
Look at that amazing craft space.
Ooh,
That's all I'm going to say.
I love that counter.
Wow.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Beautiful
I think this
cards.
might be from the pop-up box subscription box that we did, or the craft kit that we did. Wendy sent us that one in. Thank you very much. Oh, Wendy, they're all beautiful. You've had a lovely time there. Marcia sent us in this beautiful one here, and she's mixed and matched again there. So what she's got the floral bouquet there, along with the birthday one, which is great. This next one also, someone's done the balloon alphabet in conjunction with their box here as well. So definitely worth. You know what I said about them being a stash rediscoverer, Debbie? This person has done exactly that. Stephanie it is that sent us in those ones. I love that. Great for all your milestone birthdays too. Someone sent us in a lovely 18th birthday one just here. Awesome, lovely little schmetterlings in there. That's from Marnia, sent us in that one, which is brilliant. Love it when you send us in loads of pictures. Are you having a nice time over there getting a bit of colouring? I
am, but do you know, I did notice, I was stopping and gawping. I were having a real good look. Love that one with the butterflies in, because that was the double-sided butterflies that I recognised that are being used as decoration. And do you know what I love is people using the stash. That's exactly what you can do when you've got that worker element, and that's why it's always important. If you want that pop-up box, you've got to have that die. You've just got to have it, because it just makes it so simple to do. And then the decoration part literally is the fun bit, Joe. That's the fun factor to it. You can decorate to your heart's content with things that are in your stash, lots of different things that are in your stash. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm using my brown blend here, just popping this on. I'm going to give it areas where I think there may be some shading going off. Let's have a little look. So I've literally covered with the light blend first, then I'm going in with the dark, just over into areas where I think there may be some shading. There'll definitely be some under a little belt of a skirt. I love the gingerbread lady. I think she's fab. Absolutely fab. Let's pop that down there. And then again, I'm going to go in with the mid-tone, and then all I'm going to do is take it. Again, I'm not going over the dark. I'm just taking it. I love that Craig gives a nice little explanation of like round circular motions in how he colours. But all you're going to do is take that across, carry on shading where you think it may be. Let's pop a little bit more down there, a little bit on there. Trouble is, Joe, I get colouring and I stop talking.
Are you in a colouring coma? That's what we call it.
I do, yeah. I don't know what it is about it, but I can't help it. It's one of those things that you just... And I'm sure I'm not the only person.
You're not on your own. You're not on your own, Debbie. Sarah does it. She just goes quiet. Just stops talking. Hannah says all those cards that we just showed are beautiful. You're also talented. Beautiful. There. Love the glitter as well. Someone saying there as well. Chell was saying, Joe, they were from the description box. That was me. Thanks for the compliments. You're more than welcome. They're all lovely and all very different. That's a really good point, actually, Sally. They are all very different. And I think it shows you, because they're a stamp and die that you're looking at, it means that, sometimes, Debbie, right, a lot of companies out there, they bring you dies and they'll show you a pad that you use the die to cut the pad out. And that's all good and well, but the problem is, I find with that, and we'll do it sometimes, things like decoupage, with decoupage elements, we do it. But I think a stamp and die is so much more versatile, because with that system, what happens is everyone gets exactly the same finished product, because it's the paper pad and it's the die, and they absolutely have their place. With these though, they're stamps and dies, and that means that yes, you're going to stamp the imagery out and everyone will get that same black line image or whatever colour ink pad it is that you're using, but then you can all take it in different ways. You can do resist techniques, you can do your heat embossing, you're going to colour it, everyone's going to colour it differently. Even if you all use the same colour, you're going to end up with a different look and feel and effect, and I think that's what makes them so versatile. Would you agree, Debbie?
Absolutely, Joe, I 100% agree. It just, what can I say about the stuff that we bring in as well? I just think some of our stuff that we design, I don't know what Leanne and the team get up to over there, but don't they make some amazing things? Really amazing things. And this is one of those collections that blows me away every time I use it, and I get lost in colouring, I get lost in die cutting. It's just I just love it.
And the design team have absolutely loved putting these together, because just such a vast array of different finished products that have been created, and there's absolutely loads of them as well, so they've loved doing it.
Absolutely. Now you can see again each one of the dies. I'm not going to colour all of them in, Joe, because time has caught up with us, hasn't it? But I'm just going to pop that over there, and you can see when you anchor that over, they fit perfectly. And then you're just going to die cut all of those pieces out, and I'm just going to move that to one side for a second while I bring in the ones that I did yesterday, should I say. But yeah, literally all of these have been coloured in, and I've added, I couldn't help myself, Joe, because you know what I love? Sparkle. I added a little bit of sparkle in there as well. So I've literally taken all my pieces, added little bits on, but this is what you can create just by restamping, recutting. I've even got my panels already, so I've used that paper pad again. So we've got the paper pad there, and I've just cut those panels out using that die from the worker element, already cut. I don't have to do any measurements for them, and they're all good to go. However, I've fetched in a bit of acetate. So I've stuck my little get off, lollipop. I've stuck my gingerbread man and my gingerbread lady. I don't know if you see the acetate?
Can indeed.
I've added it to the bottoms. So all I've done is popped a strip of acetate just down the back and applied it to the base there. Just can you see I used double-sided glue on there as well, and that's just those two. They're going to have a little floaty element to it. But now we're going to start decorating again. So I've got my box, Joe. I've got my panels, my drop-down panels. Noticed how we've been with the right word there. So I'm going to stick this, and I'm using all-purpose glue all the way around that, and you can see that fits perfectly on there. Joe, have you got any comments or anything you can be reading while I'm sticking?
Oh yeah, I mean, you can't shut me up half the time, Debbie. Debbie Holiday says she loves all the boxes in the show, loves the ones that have been shown as well. Beautiful cards, everyone, says Sarah too. Hannah's just saying it's such a lovely crafty community, isn't it just, Hannah? I must say. Gorgeous work, everyone is saying, Marianne as well. Which ink pads did Debbie use for these stamps? Or was it for the Finesse alcohol proof?
Finesse alcohol proof, because I've coloured in all of my images with our tri-blends. Obviously they're on the show. If you were colouring in with other items, so if you were taking things like your sparkle pens or your aqua tints, I saw our Craig on yesterday with them, you would need your other ink pad. So your other ink pad is the Finesse, but it's the waterproof one, because that is a water-based product that you're using with the sparkle pen, the aqua tints and those kind of things. So you would need that. That would stop the bleeding. So when you stamp it and you apply your water-based product to it, it doesn't bleed out. When it comes to alcohol pens, that's when you switch over to the alcohol-proof dye, because you can be guaranteed that there's no leakage out. It doesn't seep through the image. It works perfectly with there. So that's a very good question there, absolutely. And that's what I did with these, alcohol-proof, because I'm colouring with my tri-blends.
Wonderful. Debbie Holiday saying as well that the stamp with the crisscross lines looks like a wafer. It's definitely getting near lunchtime. I've managed to pretty much not talk about food for this whole show, Debbie, and now, you know, it's nearly lunchtime. We've got like 10 minutes till lunch, and you're talking about wafers. It's just going to tip me over the edge. Joe, do you know when the Joy die from the Nativity Bundle will be on CTV? I know that this show next Monday is a launch day show launching the Nature's Garden Nativity Collection. So I can only assume that that is when we'll have it available for you. So make sure you come and join us for that next Monday. Put a little note in your diary. Now, I'd also say as well, if you're watching over on Facebook, remember as well that you can set a little bell. I always get a notification whenever we go live now, even though I'm here most of the time. But press the little bell in the bottom of the Facebook Live, and then Facebook will give you a push notification to let you know every time we go live. And it just means you don't need to miss out on any of our Crafters TV shows, which is fantastic. Right, I want to just quickly recap as well, just why Debbie is sticking her panels together. I want to recap what's in that Christmas collection for you. Remember, you can mix and match all of the Christmas stamps and dies with the everydays by going for the big bundle, so it's how you get the best value. So what you've got here is you've got your poinsettia in here, that nativity, that traditional nativity scene in there as well. You've also got the gingerbread house, very busy on that one. You've then got as well Santa and Rudolph, and finally you've got Christmas cottage in there as well. They are the ones that are coming included for you in that Christmas collection. You're also going to get in the Christmas collection the paper pad too, which is this one just here, which is fantastic. I mean, I think you're going to be able to use this with or without your pop-up boxes. This is a great versatile Christmas paper pad for you as well. So you've got that one just there, and don't forget you're also going to get the rocker blocks included with that Christmas collection for you too. So if you want to get that, it's all in there. £85, $99 if you want to go for that. Now, something you might want to go for individually, or you might want to add it into your mix and match, is the little snowmen. Over 3/4 of that has now gone. If you're watching this show back at a later date, please check the website for the stock situation, because I think that is probably going to go not long after the show. If you are mix and matching, remember with any of the Christmas ones or any of the everyday ones, $14.99, $19.95 individually, or two of them for £26 or $35. Loads of different ways that you can get hold of everything that's on the show. Make sure you pop across to the website as well to see things like your tri-blend markers, the adhesive bundles that are over there. It's all on the website for you, craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. How are you getting on there, Debbie?
I'm getting on fine, Joe. I've just been putting all my panels together, so I've literally decorated the outside of my box, and now I've put my little fascia we'll go with, on the front. So what I'm just going to do now is stick all my other bits on. So I'm going to keep it this way around so I can try and do it. If I keep looking at the camera, I should be able to get that back. It's always difficult when you're trying to do things live on air, upside down and back to front, because I normally don't craft like that, but I'm going to try for this one so that you can see where I'm popping everything. So again, I've used multi glues, multi different glues there. I've used all-purpose glue. I'm using my 3D collal glue just to add a little bit of depth and dimension onto these parts as well. And then I'm going to stick in.
You're very well behaved today. You called it 3D glue and not
chunky
glue.
Chunky glue. I can't help myself. But I've got to call it with what its proper name is, Joe. It's called 3D collal glue. So let's be professional for once, Debbie, and call it by its proper name. Thing is, I just can't. It's because it's that dimensional glue, Joe. That's why I call it chunky glue.
Chunky.
It is chunky. It is chunky. It's really beautiful glue, and it is my favourite go-to glue. Now you can see now, just by adding them onto the acetate, it gives it that lovely not flippy floppy, knocking it over there, Debs. A flippy floppy angle. It's almost like they're bouncing mid-air, doesn't it? Where they're jumping out of the box. That real pop-out feature to it. I just think they're absolutely fab. I'm going to pop my tape. Let's pop that. I think I'll put that on the front. Yeah, I talk to myself all the time as well, Joe, so you'll have to excuse me.
If you're posting this, Debbie, would you use, I'm guessing you'd use an envelope box, or would you create something for this to go in?
No.
You can just use it in a regular flat envelope.
Absolutely, regular flat envelope, and pop that in. Maybe, though, I may just add, one of those envelope boxes that's just a thin
Just a little bit, like a half an inch.
Smidgen, yeah, just a little smidgen. Perhaps we'll do that, definitely. Now, I'm going to pop some Christmas trees just on the front. So I'm going to pop them behind. And I'm going to start one. I'm going to pop in Christmas number. Have I got my Christmas tree on wonky there, Joel? I think I may have got it on the wonky.
It looked all right, though.
Oh, well, I like a little bit of... Oh, there we go. Oh, where did he go? He's there. What am I like?
There it is.
I'll tell you what, can I turn it round? This business where Debbie says she can do it back, upside down and back to front is not working. Debbie needs to see it from the front.
Oh, you've tickled me today, Debbie. You really have. And saying why you stop not using that word, does it mean something not in the UK? Not really. We just decided we're going to call them panels. I think we just need to all accept the fact that they're called panels and just move on now, Debbie. Yep. The proper name is chunky glue, according to Melissa. Yolanda says she loves the way that you say chunky as well. Sandra's other half has started to refer to it as chunky glue now too. Mally is saying she's having a lovely time today as well, watching us, which is fantastic. So yeah, thanks for watching and tuning in, Malia. It's looking beautiful, that box. I hope we've inspired you today in the show as well, and showed you just the vast array of different ones that you're going to be able to make. Whether you are going for the whole collection, whether you're going through the for the mix and match. So just quickly run you through everything that you're getting in the everyday collection. So let me run you through them. So you're going to get, of course, the Vintage Tea Party, which is that one there, looking absolutely gorgeous. You are also going to get that wonderful underwater themed one that you've got here. This one was the floral bouquet that you can see just there. That one is very, very popular. You've also got Believe in Fairies, which is that one just there. Love that, with a little house, a little fairy house. It reminds me of, what's that village in New Zealand? You know where the Hobbit film was filmed? It's got a little bit of an element of that about it, those little houses there. We've also got Once Upon a Time, which is this one just here. Really, really love that. You've got the unicorn, you've got the little castle in there. So much beautiful detail. I think these are, guys, the more you look at these, the more beautiful details you begin to discover. And it's one of those people, you give them to people, maybe they won't necessarily recognise all the elements at first, but the more they look at them, the more bits they'll discover, which is such a lovely way of seeing it. Then you've got that one there, which is your birthday one. And then finally, the last one that you're getting in the collection is the Back to Nature one, which is that one there. Debbie's used the bow on the front of there. That is available individually, but within this collection, within the everyday, you're also going to get the 8x8 paper pad included in here for you as well. So let me just share that with you. And these are all been designed to fit those themes that are within the stamps and dies that you're going to decorate with there. I love the cloud design one in there. It's just beautiful. Don't forget as well that you will need to go for the actual die itself to create those boxes if you want to get that. Very, very busy on that. £24.99 or £39.95. Right, how's your box looking, Debbie?
I'm all completed, Joe. So there we go, all completed. I've even popped his little candy cane behind him, floating off there. I've even given a little lollipop that I've popped behind there as well. I've added all my trees, I've added all my little fascia little bits at the top there. Everything just works together, and literally you fold that up and it folds beautiful and flat. And depending on the size of the boxes, depending on the size of the envelope, if you have an enveloper, you're going to be fine, good to go to create your own envelopes. I'm just going to recap on what we've made today though. So we started with a little small box there with that beautiful Father Christmas, coloured in with our beautiful tri-blends. I then did my large box, the really big box. I mean, how big are we talking now? We're talking really big, and don't forget you can have it really small, because that is exactly what that one is. That's the smallest of the boxes there, so you can see the difference. Let me just move that over there for a second, how fabulous that looks. And then lastly, we just finished with our gorgeous gingerbread. Don't forget though, you can take it into other types of crafting, other boxes that you may have in your collection. You could decorate using those elements, those Gemini elements. All of them will work, and you could decorate it, whether it be Christmas. I mean, these are just beautiful. Some of these are gorgeous, but let's not forget that beautiful everyday one. I've just got a couple of more samples. That was one that I was going to show you how to do, but we've just run out of time. But these are some of the things that you can do with these dies. They're all fabulous. Let's show you a couple more, if I may, of these beautiful boxes that we have. Look how gorgeous this is. How full this is.
Oh, love that. More is more there, Debbie.
This is what you can do. And honestly, this is what you can do with them, Joe. You can keep them as plain and as simple as you want, or you can literally turn them into some work of arts. Avril's done a beautiful one here where she's put lots and lots and lots of detail, lots of mushrooms, lots of fairies. That's what you can do. I'm going to bring this one down here for a second, because this one's an absolute gorgeous one with that gingerbread. Another size box. This is a medium size box, using things like embossing folders to decorate your panels, or that paper and cardstock that we have. But even, I mean, look, how fabulous does that look? It's like big wafers, Joe. Oh, food. Is it food time yet?
Food. Hot sausage and custard. Thank you, Debbie. It's been an absolute pleasure to be back with you. I think had it been like 5 weeks since we worked together, Debbie?
It could well have been, Joe. It could well have been. It's been an absolute pleasure. I always love working with you, and you've got me again on Thursday.
Oh, I cannot wait. Join myself and Debbie on Thursday for a fantastic cartload show. It's going to be absolutely amazing. There's also a launch day show that morning as well with myself. And I've got Leanne in the morning and then Debbie in the evening. It doesn't get much better than that. Don't forget to check out your basket. It's very, very busy across both the collections and the mix and match, which you're able to use across both those collections as well. Remember, we're going to go and grab some lunch. Now, let's see what you're going to be up to. West Coasters, it's 5 a.m. Probably going to have a little bit of a nap, I'm guessing. Breakfast time in New York. Here though in London, we should change this. This one, we've missed the trick here. You know what this needs to say? Newton Aycliffe, doesn't it? We need to have Newton Aycliffe. Forget London, it's all about Newton Aycliffe, let me assure you. Yes, we hope that you'll join us back here in 3 hours? Hunky Dory Monday Makers with myself and Sarah. It's going to be really exciting. Don't forget to check out your baskets, and we'll see you back here in a few hours, okay? Take care.